What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We had some snow in North Carolina. Had a good bit actually, so it's starting to melt a little bit, so I figured I'd come out, try to get used to this cold weather. I've got some tournaments coming up here at the end of January and a couple in February. I doubt it will be much warmer than this. So wanted to get out, check it out, kick some snow around, and I'm just playing a little short 9-hole course here, probably just play 9 holes. And I just want to talk about kind of what I'm thinking for the year, tournaments wise, and reflect on last season a little bit and bring you guys along for the journey. So hole 1 here, brought my rangefinder. I think these T signs are a little off. So it says 172, so it's not far off. The sign says 186. So yeah, let's throw the bag and see how we do out here. I've got the bag just like I had it in the bag. So I'm trying to really stick to that this season, not changing a whole bunch of stuff, learn my bag and not blame the discs, but learn them. Like if something's off, I need to come to the field and throw the discs, make sure I know what they're gonna do. I know these discs will work for all the shots I need on the courses I play. And yeah, let's get into it. All right, so yeah, we said what, 170 feet, and it is, temperature check. It says it's about 36 degrees. It's gonna be 34 in the next 20 minutes or so. So temps are dropping, fighting the sunlight as always right now. We got turf pads, so the grip should be okay. All right, straight shot, 170 feet. I'm gonna go with my Nova. If you saw my in the bag, it's very soft, so should sit well, and it shouldn't really disappear with this purple color. That's how we have the camera, see where the disc goes. All right, dead straight. Hole 1. It just died in the snow. So clipped a little limb there. I think it might have gotten pulled into that right side and hit those big groupings, so maybe it was a good limb. Let's see what we've got. We should have a putt. Let's check it out. All right, so I've got a little 10-footer left here. And yeah, so this season I'm looking at playing more tournaments. I know last season I didn't feel like I played enough tournaments to really find a groove. It felt like I'd play a tournament and then months would go by, or I'd play a couple tournaments and months would go by, and I just never really got in the groove of playing tournaments. So this year I'm looking at playing more and kind of staying in the mix, not putting so much pressure on preparing for every single tournament. I've got a full-time job, I have a family. It's not likely that that's an effective way to play and to have enjoyment playing. So this year I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play tournaments and have fun playing them and see how we do. I know how to throw. I've been playing since 2018, so you know, it's not like I'm going to forget all of that, right? Let's see how these cold KC AVRs putt on this first putt, no warm-ups. Ooh, ugly. That's better. But yeah, I mean, look, this thing's still soft. So I am looking forward to just getting back out there and playing tournaments, man. Playing with my friends, traveling with my buddies, back 9 discs. A couple of my buddies are on that team that I play a lot with. So really looking to get out there and play some tournaments with them, maybe carpool and just enjoy it, man. Not take it so serious and put so much pressure on it. I mean, come on, what's the fun in that? All right, so we got the birdie on hole 1. Nice little KC AVR putt, tap in. So we're 1 down through 1. Hole 2, it says it's 250. I'm gonna guess it's like 220? 217 from the back of the pad, so, you know, 215 or so. You got 2 lines you can take. You can go straight at it, or you can take the right gap. I think in the snow here, I think I'm just gonna try and throw straight at it. Actually, let's take the right hyzer with P3X. Well, we're not through the Nova. Let's go P3X on this one. The Color Glow Iron Stone. Let me set you guys up better so you can see the line I'm taking. All right, looks decent. Yep. Maybe just a standstill since it's like 2 inches of snow. Maybe a little early. It got down there though. It should have a potential putt from there. Alrighty. So I've got about a 30 footer or so. See how obstructed. Not too bad, a little straddle. I'm wearing the Vivo Barefoots, and they're surprisingly pretty waterproof. I don't have any water in my shoes. We'll see if that holds up the whole round or not. All right, little lob. Oh. Ooh, off the top. Little tickle, okay. Decent bid, man. I mean, got a little comebacker, but should be makeable. See how they really feel now that they've been on the ground. Alrighty. There we go, saved par. Still one down through two. All right, hole 3 here. Says it's 260. To go down and write down these numbers and see if I can update UDisc with the proper distances. So the baskets, you've got this like straight fairway. You can go down and then you'll hyzer into the left. There's the basket's right there. We've got white bands on these baskets, so they're kind of hard to see. 172 feet, so right around 170 for hole 3. Just remember that. Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a snow like this in North Carolina, at least where I am from. So the Triad area, and it's still, I mean, it snowed Saturday, Friday night into Saturday morning, and still a lot of snow left. Good snowball snow too. My son let me find that out pretty quick. All right, 170 feet. I think I'm gonna throw the Nova on a hyzer. That's what's cool about these Novas, man. They're not like flippy. They're only flippy if you have off-axis torque or you like round your throw really bad. They'll just kind of turn. But if you throw them smooth, they will hyzer. So let's see if I can showcase that here. It's getting a little firm. It's pretty cold. Just bring it in. A little run up on this one. It's good practice getting comfortable on your feet in slippery conditions. Okay. Just a little hyzer in. Pulled it a little bit. Oh, and I just squared that limb. All right, we'll have a pitch up. Let's try to correct with the P3X. I liked that line. I didn't realize, I mean, I wasn't aiming that far right, but I'm gonna try and like stand up a little taller with the P3X. Maybe throw it a little flat and let it come in. That would have been a nice flight if I didn't hit those limbs with the Nova though. It dropped just straight down there. P3X. Much more stability. Squared that left tree. Okay. Didn't quite hit it hard enough to keep it flat. But, you know, it's good to test things out. All right, so we got our first shot here. That Nova just stayed right on top of the snow. Didn't even cut in, that's nice. P3X should be just right there to the left. So we'll get this a little bid. Actually, I'm gonna give this like, yeah, there's really no wind or anything, so I'll just push putt it. Which I might be coming out with a video on how I push putt and how I putt and how I change my putt for different conditions. So I feel like I understand push putting pretty well, and I've been doing it for quite a while now. I've watched a lot of videos, so I might be putting that out at some point. And the main goal of the push putt, in my opinion, is to keep your disc close to the basket. So if you are kind of blowing past the basket and you'd like another option to stop having that happen, maybe check it out. All right, about 55 or so. Nothing up in the air, because you really got to lob these push putts. Oh, front cage. Let's try another. A little more height. Hyzer. Ah, right behind it. I mean, yes, it's snowing, but both of those putts are literally like a foot from the basket, and they had a chance to go in. That's the beauty of the push putt. I'll spin putt one for, you know, just the visual. So same kind of deal. That had an opportunity to go in. It was a good, decent height, and it's 3 or 4 times the distance away from the basket as the first putts were with the push putt. So there you go. All right, I lied. It's like twice or so as far, but the snow helped. If there was no snow, I think that spin putt would have just went a little bit farther. I mean, you can see the push putts are just chilling right there. Just barely missed. It's not like I threw them in the ground, you know, I gave them a chance. This one nicked the front of the cage. Still good. Tapped in for a par. We'll pick these up and head to hole 4. Alrighty, hole 4. Straight up the hill here. It says 215. That's probably not far off. If I had to guess, maybe just a touch shorter. Let's check it out. Oh, 172. Seems like a lot of these holes are around 175-ish. So for this shot, I like to think of it more, I'm just throwing like up this right gap, like something, if you can learn this, it will help you out so much. Forget about the basket. If you're focused on the basket in your throw, when you're actually like choosing your aiming point and throwing your line, and you're not in an open field, even if you're in an open field, nix that. If you're throwing at the basket, you're missing lines. You're gonna miss a lot of lines, because what you need to do is throw your disc on the line that will take you to the basket. So if I'm throwing this shot, the safest shot for me is to throw it right at the basket and let it fade back in. This hole is slightly uphill, so I don't need to throw something super overstable, because when you're throwing uphill, the overstability will make it want to get left and get to the ground quicker. So I can actually even throw like that Nova, which is what I'm contemplating, or I just throw the P3X, and it's not a super overstable flight for me, but it is stable, it will fade. And I'll throw that to the right, so I'll pick a tree in the distance, right of the basket where I want to throw my P3X to, and then I know that disc stability will fade and take me left to the basket. So think about holes like that, break them down, let your disc do the work, and always aim. If you're not aiming, who knows where the disc is gonna go. Sometimes you'll throw a decent shot, but not always. So pulling P3X, ironstone, keeping it simple. Just up the right side and bring it back in. I've got to account, and there's not really any skip or anything like that that's gonna happen. It's a bunch of snow. make sure we have a proper grip. Up to the right. So I'm actually gonna run up, you know, a little left to right here to throw on that line. Forget about the basket. If you're focusing on the basket, even on this shot, if you're not really thinking about your line, you may start over here and then you'll early release it, throwing it at the basket. So I'm gonna run up left to right on this line I wanna throw on, throw all the way through it, and it should bring me back left towards the basket if I execute it. So let's try. Sawed it off. It got all the way up there though, so I'm not mad about it, but even I did that. Let me throw another one. I'll throw the straighter Nova and we'll just see how it reacts. But thankfully I ran up left to right, because if I did run up straight, I would have squared the trees right in front of me. So let's try this again. Hyzer Nova. That's the line I needed to throw with the P3X. Nova was a little straighter. It did fly on the hyzer. It just was a little wide for that shot. That's why I like to go overstable. It makes more airspace. I just hit it up there and it's fighting left the whole time rather than like gliding towards the right fairway. So let's see if we have a putt and got lucky by sneaking up there. So I did sneak up here, pin high. So that tells me that my speed was correct and the flight was correct as far as like the total flight of the disc, but I missed my line. So this is why you'll see a lot of top pros throw in their mind a really bad shot and then they'll be in the circle or they'll be circle's edge. I missed left, so I'm left circle's edge. I wanted to be parked, so I missed my line by like 30 feet if you think of it like that. So But aiming and things like that will help you get luckier, if you want to call this luck. Having a putt when I didn't throw what I was trying to throw. And hey, I don't know about y'all, I'll take all the luck I can get. A lot of times things come down to luck and results, so take what you get. All right. This is probably the first actual putt in my mind. I'm thinking, you should make this putt. Like if you're not making this putt, like I said, it's about 25 or so, you're kind of getting frustrated. So let's make it a good bid. There we go. Oh. Player A does something good for once. All right, another birdie, 2 down through 4. All right, hole 5. It's just dead straight down this hill here. 190. So, what do we want to throw here? I think I'm actually going to go with my Fierce, since it's very straight, and that Nova, if I really throw it soft, it just kind of fades left. So we'll throw the Fierce first. Where's the tee pad at here? I think it's right here. Okay. Just stand still, Fierce, 190. Hands are frozen. I thought I was gonna make it on the platform. That should be a putt though. That was a really nice flight. Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, it's funny, in the snow, you can't really hide your footsteps, you know, so if you see a bunch of steps walking in a straight line on both sides of the basket, you know someone had a rough day. But these footsteps look pretty true, pretty straight lines. Don't see a lot of pacing back and forth, so maybe they're playing better than me. All right, we got a nice little tap in here. Nothing's a gimme though. We gotta make every putt, so. Focus up. Got to have a putting routine. Oh. If you know me, you know my putting routine because I do it every single time. Short putts, long putts, it doesn't matter. Putting routine is a must-have. Nice, another birdie. So we're chilling at 3 down through 5. Only missed hole 2 and hole 3. Not that bad for the snow. Can't complain. All right, next hole. Man, it's starting to cool off now. Pretty chilly. Hole 6, it says 173. It's around the corner, so I can't really range find it. That's probably close. It might be a touch shorter than that. You just want to chip around the corner, and it's on the wood line to the left. There is a hill that will kind of fade down to the right. A little snowman action. So we'll try not to hit that. If we hit that, we shanked it, you know what I'm saying? So my play is kind of aim up out to the right and let it break back into the left and just die at the basket. So I actually like the P3X for that shot right now, the way it's flying. Sometimes I would go like Toro, something more overstable, but it's so cold, I might just shank the Toro right into the left wood line. So let's not do that. Go P3X. I feel like this is gonna just be the workhorse this year. I used to throw a overstable Luna. I had a 21 Tour Series, the like Z, Crystal Z or whatever it is from Paul Macbeth. And that one was very overstable new, but it was like kind of firm in the cold. This is still very firm right now, but I feel like it flies a little bit better in the colder weather. And we seem to have a good bit of that in North Carolina here. So, all right, P3X, stand still. Chip around the corner, try and put it close. There's all these little limbs you can't really see. So you just hope you don't hit one when you're coming in. That looked pretty good. Maybe a touch short left on the tree line, but I think it's close enough to have a putt. So like I said, not a bad shot. Just on the left here, about 15 or so. This is to go 4 down through 6. I could potentially just stagger it, but there is this tree just right on my vision there, so we'll just do a little straddle instead. Ooh. Clipped that limb coming up with that push putt. About knocked me right, but stuck it. 4 down through 6. 3 holes left. See how we finish out, guys. Let me know where you guys are. Is it snowing there? Is it cold? I don't know if my viewers, you know, people that watch this video, if you made it this far in the video, what's it like where you're playing? Because it's kind of cold here and a lot of tournaments start up. I mean, right at the beginning of the year, we've got some that have already happened on the East Coast here, and then there's a lot coming up January, into January, early February. And so, yeah, do you have to play in the cold, or is it pretty warm where you play? Let me know. Curious. All right, we have arrived at the hardest hole on the course. T-sign's on the tree over there. And it's only hardest because it's the longest. We don't have a lot of long holes here. And in these conditions, par would be pretty good. But we'll try to go for it. I'm gonna go, I think I'll go with my Mako 3 and just try to beeline it towards the pin. Ideally stay off the left, but don't flip it over and go right either, because there is rough and it's kind of annoying. The other idea is just go fierce, slight flat out to the left side and let it just break right, stay in the middle and then pitch up. But I'll give this Mako 3 a shot. See how the run-up would feel if we did go that route. Feels okay. Let's try it. Oh boy. That might give me a chance. I don't know what I did there. I think I didn't hate it. That's the funny thing. I thought it was not bad. It just was off to the right a little bit. Let me throw the fierce. I'm just curious if I were to just play a little bit smarter. That's gonna be a fun up and down. Broke right at the very end down there. Okay, yeah, that was way smarter with this snowy T-pad. I think I tried to like round the Mako 3 a little bit to get it to turn instead of throwing a flippier disc. Let's see what we got. All right, so I'm just on the right rough here. Thinking, oh, a bunch of briars. Yeah, we're not probably gonna play in there. Like straight up thorns. Let's see if I can at least get a footing. Oh. Mind the foot faults, guys. I mean, I'm already getting poked. Nah, we're not doing that. Oh. Yep. Yeah, we'll take it out a little bit. Some old casual relief, if you will. If I were to throw that, follow through, I would be pricked for sure. So we'll put it right here where I can at least do a patent pending toss. Ooh. Do I still like the Nova? Yeah. All right. Just gonna do a patent pending so I don't get caught up. Man, grab your thorns here. Have to really stay back on my weight so I don't follow through into those thorns. All right, see if we can get up and down, save a par. Here's a pro tip, guys, or just a tip, pro tip. When you're doing a patent pending, you notice I'm completely turned this way. So when I'm looking at my line, I might put my disc here. This is where I want to release it. But if I don't think about where it's going to be in the reach back, I could get into trouble really quick, because what a lot of times will happen is if you set your line, you want to release it, you'll reach back. Look, I've reached back like I'm doing a regular run up or backhand, like my foot's over here in front, but it's out to the side. So if I reach here and throw, I'm actually going to throw straight into the left wood line. So what I like to do is set your stance, find that same spot you want to release the disc, you know, just right of the basket, down the fairway, and let it break back into the left. And then before you reach back, set your reach back. So I know if I reach here and I throw through, I'm going to hit that mark. Versus if I just do this and turn away and throw, I'm going to reach behind my body. So visualize that line, set the reach back. So I know I want to go right here, kind of over my right foot, and execute that. Just like that. So that's a huge tip. It helped me a lot when I learned that, because I couldn't understand for the life of me why in patent pendings I always would throw to the left of the fairway, and it drove me nuts. So there's a little tip for you. If you made it this far in the video, you got a free tip. Congrats. So the fierce landed right here to the right of the basket, probably maybe 20 short of pin high. So that was definitely a better shot. If I would have executed it, we'll never know for the first shot. So let's see if we can go clean up this par after taking some casual relief there. I think that's fair. I mean, those briars were insane. You could see they got stuck to me. So yeah, let's finish this hole out, try and wrap it up here, because I mean, these Vivos are decent at protecting against water, but they're not that insulated. So I definitely am gonna be looking into getting another pair of Vivos that are a little bit warmer and more of a high top. I'm not a big low top guy normally, but these are just super nice. I really like them a lot. So So let's tap this out and move on. I'll just leave y'all there. About a 12 footer. There we go. 4 down through 7. All right, I just realized I forgot to say the distance on the last hole. So I think it was probably like 240. Actually, I think it's higher, it's farther than I think, like 280, I think. This is hole 8. It's just dead straight. Got some woods on the left and right, but if you can throw straight, you should be good. 175 feet. There's a dog park in the background. It's kind of hard to get there through the woods, but there is some rough past the basket. So if you go long, you'll be dealing with a bunch of little trees and brush to deal with. So I'm gonna go with the Fierce here. And this is just my do-it-all flippy putter. I can hyzer flip it as I did on the last hole and got it to turn late. I can throw it flat and like stand still like I did on hole 5. And it's kind of what I'm thinking on this shot, more of just a smooth flat shot. I don't really want to try to throw it hard, making me have to hyzer flip it per se. So let's just try throwing it. I mean, I might put a little hyzer on it. I don't really know. We'll just see what my body does, but idea is dead straight. Ooh, a little slippage. Come back. Okay. That was good. Should be close for a putt. All right, I just made it pin high after a little slip. Hey, that's not bad to be playing turf pads. That's my first slip. I'll take it. Just to go 5 down. Nice. Great disc. All right, this may be the best I can do on this hole. The tee pad's just to the left here. This is hole 9, uphill, 100 feet. It's probably accurate. I'm not range finding a 100-foot hole. And I think there's OB long. There's a platform up there. It looks like they're putting pickleball court in or something. I'm not exactly sure, but my toes are freezing cold. So let's get out of here. Let's throw the P3X. I want to get very comfortable throwing this disc. 4 little hyzers just like this. Then maybe we'll do a cheeky ace run. This is to get to 6 down. Oh, it slipped right off my thumb. Skip. Whew. Fortunate little skip up there. I still got to make a putt. Let's give it a little run with the Nova. Come on. Oh, close, but no chance. All right, let's go up there and see if we have a close putt or not. I got a steep little grade here. Left a lot more than I wanted to, and this is a roll away potential here. But you know, it's circle. Anything in the circle you should be confident making, no matter what. There we go. Very nice. Yeah, guys, that's gonna do it. We shot 6 down through 9. That's pretty solid. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I can barely feel my toes, so we'll come back another day. And I've got a tournament coming up here at the end of January at Boyd Hill in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Traveling down with some of my buddies, Cameron and Ruse, so that's gonna be a fun time. Just going down there and battling in the cold. Hopefully it won't be snowing like this in this cold when we get down there, but you know, it'll be a fun time. So I'll have a recap on that. Maybe I'll have another video come out before then, just practicing or learning my bag on the course, something like that, field work related. But thanks again for checking it out, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks a lot.